Welcome back, guys. Another episode of Diagnostic Dennis. Be a quick one. Got no blower motor speed. Well, didn't. Nothing was happening on the blower. And I tapped it, and now it works. So I can show you what is wrong. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna do a Uscope. First video with Uscope, I think. So turn it on switch on the side. And it's very fast. So what I'm gonna do is plug in the amp clamp. So I'm gonna change the probe calibration. I'm over here on voltage. So you go all the way to the right to the menu. Okay. And where it says vertical or horizontal, you hit vertical. Okay. Very bottom, probe cal, you go to the bottom. And then now when I hit right or left, this is the probe calibration that it changes. 1 to 1, that's just normal voltage. So I'm gonna hit right, 10 to 1 attenuator, right, 10 to 1 amps, which would be the low amp probe, but on the 60 amp scale. Corresponding with this number right here, 10 millivolts is 1 amp. One more right, 100 to 1. That's what I want. 100 to 1, 20 amp scale. So now I'm gonna turn it on, or I'm gonna hit OK. I'm at 100 to 1. Turn the probe on. Oh. Oh, and it's not, I'm turning it on. You don't see any change because I'm at 148 amp scale. So I'm gonna go down over to the voltage, which would be the amperage now. It's 20 amp per division. So I'm gonna go down till this number on the top right is about right there. That's good. 7, 3 or 7, 3.7 or 7. We'll go 7 real quick. So turn the probe off, turn the probe on. Now 0. So 20 amp scale, we're zeroed. Let's kind of throw it up here. Blower motor's pretty exposed already. I didn't take down any hush panels or anything like that. So go around this yellow wire. I'm just gonna hit 0 real quick. And so now, blower motor from 0 to 1. Look at that. Look at all that hash. Very noisy. And if I zoom in on time, that's what it looks like. Not very good. Put the trigger in the middle. So each hump is a commutator segment on the armature. And this should not be this noisy. It'll look like a picket fence kind of thing. Just hump, 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 hump. And this is any DC motor. So this is the beauty of DC motors, is blower motors, fuel pumps, they're all very, very similar. So okay, we got, I'm gonna put the trigger in the yellow. It's 1.88 right now. I use that as a measuring cursor kind of thing. So I'll put that in the middle, and I got about 1.7 amps. So now I'm gonna go to blower motor speed 2, and you can see the current builds, and it gets a little more hashier. Amplitude changed, obviously. Looks like poo poo. So we got about 2.3 amps now. I'm gonna go peak to peak. So it's roughly 4.4 peak to peak, roughly. So now, blower motor speed 3 now. See, now it goes off the charts. So now I gotta go over to probe amperage scale. Bump that up to a 14 amp scale now on the whole screen. Cursor coming down. So it's about 8 amps. But it looks like poop. See how it's dropping almost all the way to ground? Or zero current? All these dropouts should not be there. It should be sustained at around 8 amps or so. Blower motor speed 4, final speed. Scale up. Cursor measuring 15 amps. This speed doesn't look as bad because it's going fast, is what I would say. It's not enough time for it to drop out, but it's still doing it. It's not great. When you slow it down to speed 1 or 2, so yeah, need the blower motor. There's a blower motor test, but it's a little hard to do it while it's in here. You could, but I'll wait for it to come out, and waiting on a new blower motor. Old blower, new blower. 7 amp screen scale. Amp clamp on the new starter. Blower motor. Speed. Let's wait for it to reset right here. So speed 1. Boom. Look at how nice that line is. 2. 3. So clearly what I need to do is go up on the scale. Speed 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, it's above that. So 37 amp. Speed 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go second speed. We can go down on scaling. Look how fine that line is now. No hash. We'll zoom in for some detail here. Look at the commutator segments. You can barely see them. It's such a little amplitude, it doesn't really show them, to be honest. Even zoomed in. With Pico I can zoom in even more, but Uscope is all I needed for this, clearly. Speed 3. Way cleaner. That's a fix. It's gonna conveniently work every time now. Before, it could stop at any moment, and let's say you stopped it, it could stop at the bad spot of the commutator segments, and then when you hit it go again, it's dead. That's why you hit it and you bump it and you change the contact a little bit, give it the connection. So yeah, that's why you can zoom out a little bit, up our scale. In today's video is carrying Spyderco PM2 Paramilitary 2 20 CV Knife Joy snap-on lime green exclusive. I don't carry pocket clips. I keep it loose in my back pocket. So basically, you gotta have a fuse in the circuit, clearly, but then you just put a test light between one side. Let's say I have, okay, coming out of the blower motor, I have a fuse to the blue lead, this black lead to battery positive, and then coming out on this blue lead straight to my test light, goes around to my test light, and then clamped on this red wire going to ground. So I have a test light and a fuse in series of power and ground. What this is supposed to indicate is if you see a dead spot, you can see it with this test light. There is no dead spot, but as I'm spinning it, hopefully you can see it goes dimmer and brighter and dimmer and brighter. That indicates some sort of problem. If it was all good, it would be consistent light. See right there? That's where the trouble area is. I wish it was more dead though, because what happens is the light will go out, and then that's the complete open dead spot. But it's not going open, just high resistance. So yeah, that's it. Quick one. Diagnostics Dennis out.